the state of Missouri, running here in the 1990s, is this Metrolink passenger service serving St. Louis and St. Louis County. What we're going to do today in our film is discuss an electric interurban railroad that ran from Kansas City to St. Joseph, Missouri. This railroad was called the Kansas City, Clay County, and St. Joseph Electric. It ran from 1913 to 1933. And yet here today in the 1990s in suburban St. Louis County, we have this wonderful mass transit electric railroad system. Map at the library shows U.S. Route 71 heading south, and as it heads south, we see here at Kyle Road where the now obsolete Kansas City, Clay County, and St. Joseph Railroad has its path through the countryside. Interstate 29, of course, is not on this map, but over here in this section is an abandoned railroad. This railroad was pulled out in the 1980s and is much more visible today than the Interurban pulled out in 1933. But as we trace it down here, we notice this point north of Willowbrook where the two railroads meet.
The bed of the Chicago and Great Western Railroad trails off to the brush behind me. Overhead runs the trestle of the old Interurban.
KJ, the Kansas City, Clay County, and St. Joseph Railroad crossed over the railroad tracks at this point north of Willowbrook. What's really interesting about it is the fact that the interurban railroad system was never allowed to cross tracks with locomotives.
Was that for safety reasons?
No, it was just that the competing steam locomotive systems disliked interurban so much they didn't even allow them the privilege of crossing over the tracks. Consequently, north of Willowbrook is that trestle. It still exists now. We have a bridge that goes over the Platte River that still exists. This is one lane that's still in use today by automobiles. It's in jeopardy of being torn down. And finally, in downtown Kansas City, Missouri, we have the Armour Swift Burlington Bridge, which is still standing. That's being used now by railroad traffic. Ow! Oh. Cut! That damn bee was killing me. Well, we're in Kansas City at the Hallmark Card Center. This is the Crown Center. And this is where inside is an exhibit. Not an exhibit, but it's one of the street cars of the Kansas City, Clay County, and St. Joseph Electric Railroad.
Are the actual streetcars?
That's right.
Does it still run?
No, Debbie. Unfortunately, it's not even called a streetcar anymore. It's just an ornament for this bar, and now it's called a streetcar named Desire. Yeah. And it's basically, we'll see inside, it's basically the front and the rear of the car. But let's go look at it, okay?
All right.
Okay.
Okay.
I'll get a photo.
Okay. Okay, KJ. We need that tripod so we can see the plaque that's on the thing.
Well,
It's down here. Do you see it?
Streetcar named Desire. There it is, Ed.
Huh?
Right as we walked in, it's right here.
That's
I
right.
thought we'd have to go into the bowels of the building to get to it.
Oh, no.
But here it is. Let's have a look.
Okay. It says here that every morning at 5:30 a.m., streetcar 52 barreled out of the Kansas City terminal, her destination St. Joseph, then Excelsior Springs, commonly called the Interurban. Here's what you have to notice. The thing about the Interurban cars is the doors were in the middle. Doors were in the middle.
Look, it says 52. The car we've been looking at is 54.
That's right.
Right. The car in Dearborn is number 54, and that's outdoors. This one it's preserved. The front and the rear of the car is 52.
Forever named the streetcar named.
Off the main highway. This is a very small bridge that covers this creek. Obviously. Hey, Wise, what'd you see there?
Canada geese.
What?
Canada geese.
Is that usual for August?
No, not really.
Okay. Well, as I was saying, this is a concrete interurban bridge, still standing, and we're in Riverside. Let's go on.
Okay.
Okay, here we are in Riverside. We're just blocks away from a very busy street. And although the railroad was abandoned in 1933, there's a chance that maybe the ties and everything stayed down for a number of years.
Look at the markings in the mud, Ed.
Uh-huh.
Like something, ride the motorcycle through here, or maybe they ride some kind of Jeep.
Right, right. It's definitely a trail, and this is definitely where the Interurban went. Let's proceed on.
All right.
The rails went. Well, we got to find this bridge, okay?
Okay.
KJ, what?
Where are we now, Ed?
All right, the bridge is over to my right.
Oh, I see it over there.
Yeah. It's a concrete bridge.
Uh-huh. Looks stone bridge, Ed. Looks kind of odd being out here in the middle of nowhere.
There's all sorts of graffiti on other sides. Maybe we can come back here some other time and look at it. This vegetation's a little thick.
Yeah, this is August after all.
Oh.
Walking over it right now, Ed, but if you didn't see something like this here, you wouldn't even notice it. You think you're just walking on some kind of path.
Debbie wisely waited out at the car for us, and we saw some neighbors pull up.
Yeah, just we were,
So who knows, maybe the police will be waiting for us, huh?
well, I should not, Ed. That kind of put a damper on our trip, wouldn't it?
That's right.
But I think these people probably,
I've heard it before.
they probably have people coming through not all the time, but fairly often.
Uh-huh. Well, listen, tomorrow we're going to go out to the woods and see a trolley car that's out in the country, and it's really out there. Oh,
Sorry, Ed.
that's all right. Yeah, and you know what?
What?
In the fall and the winter, you can tell that this was an old roll bed.
An old rail bed?
That's right. Well, let's go face the music, I guess.
All right.
What is it?
Well, here we are at Bryant's in Kansas City, having some barbecue. Okay, KJ.
Oh yeah, worked at my hunger walking through those woods.
Yeah, I thought it was pretty rough myself. Well, KJ, what it amounts to is tomorrow we have a secret journey to take. We're going to see this car, rail car, trolley car, electric car for the Interurban. It's in the woods in Clinton County. The whole trick is that its location has to remain a secret. Here we go. Hi, guys.
Hello. We're standing by the depot in Dearborn, and this is KJ's shot. And KJ has come all the way from
Well, from Chicago.
to see
Well, to see car 54.
Car 54.
I've seen a lot of photos of it, but I've never seen the car itself. I've just kind of imagined what it would look like. And,
So, what did you do with your imagination, KJ?
well, you know, I did some paintings, some
Did
little
some
paintings,
paintings?
yeah, some trolley paintings.
Yeah.
And I just kind of had to fake it a lot because all the photos were black and white. So I just found out today that the actual car is red.
That's true. It's a rust red color.
Mm-hmm.
And it has a canvas top now.
Yep.
I've wondered about the top. I never got a good picture of the top. Or there seems to be like something that holds the trolley wires
Right. It's
mounted
gone.
on the top.
It's gone. The top is to protect it from the last, the rain and the weather.
So, how excited are you to see
I'm
Car
pretty excited.
54?
I'm pretty excited. We've been kind of going through the woods and taking pictures of bridges and stuff, which I guess, you know, is okay, but I really want to see this car.
Okay. And let's go see it without further ado.
All right. Wow, I gotta go through a spider web.
Here it is, the Interurban in Dearborn, Missouri.
I'm really glad to be seeing this, Ed. It looks as good as I imagined it would.